Hey YouTube, welcome to the Bubba Continuum. I'm putting up a practical video in case you got a Dodge truck and the tailgate falls open all the time. I have one, I have the same problem, I've had it for years, and I was going to give up on it. And I've seen some stupid solutions. I shouldn't say stupid, people are well-meaning, but they put up some solutions on YouTube that weren't very good. And I thought I would put one up and show you what is actually wrong with this. So the way it works, this is my truck's tailgate. And this is the upper side of the tailgate latch mechanism, with the handle on the other side. And it goes to this rod, and this rod goes to something in there. And the thing that it goes to looks like this, okay? Well, some people will tell you that this is the problem, that it needs a stronger spring, or you need to bend the spring or something, or you need to open these little latches and adjust the lengths of these rods. These rods pull a trigger that releases the latch. Okay, and they'll say, well, those need to be adjusted or something. And I tried that, and I thought I had one, and it turned out I was wrong. The real problem is with these latches, which are junk. And Dodge made these things, or I don't know, maybe paid someone in China, and I guess that's the part number. So the rod connects to this thing, and when you pull on the rod, you release this trigger here. And this trigger releases your thing, your latch. So that's how it opens. So it has to lock, and then it also has to open. Well, these things freeze up. They operate using these pins. These are pins, and I don't know what the proper word for it is, but they're wider on the outside than on the inside. So you can't take them out. You can't drive them out with a punch or anything. They're stuck in there forever. And you don't have room to replace them with screws, so forget that idea. You're just going to have to live with them. There's another little, I guess you'd still call it a pin, although it's really short, and that's right here by my finger. And the little trigger that connects to the rod, it moves on that, okay? So you got this little hinge here, and you got this hinge, and you got that hinge. What happens is these things freeze up. The grease solidifies and turns into rock, and you end up with a situation where it's hard to open or close these things using pliers, let alone by opening or closing your truck. So it's really irritating because you can have a situation where one of these things will close and the other one won't, and you'll think, oh, everything's fine, and you take off down the road as I did once, and your tailgate falls off one side of your truck and not the other. Or you'll be driving along with your friend's furniture in your truck, and the tailgate will fall open on both sides, which has happened to me. So it's really stupid, and I'm amazed that Dodge hasn't been sued for $1 billion over this, because there's no excuse for it. It's very simple to fix. So if you have a truck like this, you're just going to have to face the facts. You've got a new maintenance item to deal with. It's not going to go away. They're not going to give you a new part. Now, some years they've actually fixed this, but not this year. This is 2007. So every few months, you're going to have to go and look and see if these things are moving freely. And if they're not moving freely, then you're going to have to take them out, which is not hard. The rods go into these things here. That's pretty easy. You just pop it out and it'll slide out. You'll figure it out. And there's 2 torque screws that go into these holes that hold it onto the tailgate, and that's it. So you take them out, and what I did is I put deep creep on these things, which is like liquid wrench, same kind of thing, made by Seafoam, and that kind of got them working a little bit. And then I put 3-in-1 oil in them, and I got them moving so they're nice and slick. And it only took a few minutes. Then I applied some kind of grease on there, some sort of synthetic silicone grease, to try to, I don't know, keep these things greasy, keep them oily. And I'm going to put them back in, and I can pretty much promise you it's going to work from now on. So if I put this up, it means it worked. And give it a shot yourself and see what happens. Meanwhile, write a dirty letter to Dodge and ask them what on earth they're thinking. So I hope this is helpful.